Yo, what's good, boys? It is June 8th, and this is the market trade recap for today. Boys, we actually had a surprisingly well day. We'll go over NQ. So, whoa. Market structure clearly is bullish. We started off the day right around this margin. We weren't breaking structure to the upside yet on NQ, so I was a little hesitant in playing it rather slow. So, what we did have in mind were these pre-market lows. We had Asia lows, London lows, sorry, right here. And this was our main draw on liquidity. So with these London lows in mind, I was sitting here with the Discord live and I was like, all right, boys, I want to see A, this imbalance filled, B, this low swept, and C, London lows also swept for an absolutely amazing day. So we jump down into the day. We come down into the 5 minute, and we're waiting for our draws on liquidity to be hit. So here we have market open right here at 9:30, and the market starts puking down. We're heading towards our first draw on liquidity, which is right here. These are these pre-market lows. We as well have an imbalance that we are filling right within this area. And we can see we have a really nice rejection out of it. We sweep out these lows, keeping in mind we have London lows sitting right here. So when that happens, market opens and we get a little type of break to the upside with these wicks and all of this wick work. It was really, really scammy to trade. So instead of the 3 minute, instead of the 5 minute, I was focused on the 3 minute. You can see right here, we have a really small imbalance. Price took off, gave us a break of structure right here. We had no bearish imbalance here that we were filling in. So when price came down, filled in this imbalance, and this next candlestick closed well above it, giving us a really good entry point with below this imbalance, actually. I took this entry long here, and we got ripped. This next candlestick down that I should have been waiting for was the sweep of London lows, which I was telling the Discord, don't y'all get in no trade unless we get a sweep of the London lows. I should have listened to myself, and we would have seen a much cleaner day, although we still have no break of structure, no break of structure, no break of structure. Not until about 11 a.m. New York time, we had a break of structure here. Imbalance, third confluence. Imbalance gets filled. TP the highs. We nearly get there. Price comes back down into this same imbalance here, respects it, and then we see our move up. So other than today being extremely choppy on NQ, that was my biggest issue. It was Monday with no news, so ultimately, what could we expect? We as well too. Let me go over this really quick. On the 1 hour here, you can see that we were struggling to get above this high. On ES at this point in time, we were well above this high. So we had an SMT divergence get formed until we came into the market open. A bullish SMT divergence, kind of difficult to get an entry on. I don't trade them as like an entry confluence, but I do just keep them in mind because they are very helpful to get an insight into what wants to happen for the day. So with ES breaking structure right here, leaving an imbalance right here, we were ultimately looking for longs right out the gates. But due to the fact that NQ has not moved yet and ES has, we've seen NQ come down and sweep out London lows. So I'm thinking we made a hypothetical lower low here. I want to see ES also make a low of some sort, considering we were so overextended all morning and from last night, we had no retracement. So if we break down into the 5 hour, we sweep liquidity here, and you can see we get an inverse. We have a bullish imbalance that also gets inversed by a bearish imbalance. When we take this next wick in, I took entry as soon as we entered this imbalance, and we were in, and trade ended up coming straight down to full TP, which was a super clean trade. We got out right about here. This was our exit point. So what we were targeting was just these pre-market lows, right? We were targeting these pre-market lows, yes, but we were seeing a lot of sell or buying pressure out of this imbalance and this imbalance. So my first TP was the top of this imbalance and right here, which you can see lines up with our TP level where we had gotten out right here, which was inside of this imbalance on the 1 hour. So I was like, all right, I'm not sure if we're going to see the sweep of pre-market lows, although I would really like to see us sweep pre-market lows due to the fact that NQ swept pre-market lows before it made its move up. And as you can see right here at 10 a.m., we are peaking, and at 10 a.m., we have done nothing on NQ. Look at this. We were breaking structure to the downside, actually. While on ES, we were making all-time highs. So I was expecting this pullback. We took the short, which was against the bias, but it was very viable due to the SMT. So that is a trade market recap, and that's June 8th. we had a dub day. We walked away with about 0.7%. We closed this trade. Our NQ loss was about 0.3%, and ES was a win of about 1.1%. So it was an absolute beautiful day. Walked away with about 0.7%. And that's a day, fellas. We trade this shit live all the time in the Discord for free as well. I do have a paid part, but y'all don't even got to worry about that because there's free sauce 24/7. So come hang out, come be boys, and let's keep this shit rolling.